After Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden, life became different. The world was no longer perfect, but it was full of new beginnings. In this new world, Adam and Eve started a family. Their first son was named Cain. Not long after, they had another son, Abel. The two brothers grew up side by side, learning how to survive, how to work, and how to live in a world that always reminded them of what had been lost, and what still could be found. Cain worked the soil. He planted, harvested, and cared for the fields. Abel was a shepherd. He spent his days with flocks of sheep, guiding them, protecting them, and learning the gentle rhythms of life. Each brother had a purpose, and each gave his best effort in what he did. One day, Cain and Abel brought offerings to God. Cain brought some of the crops he had grown. Abel brought the best of his flock, the healthiest, most valuable animals he had. God looked with favor on Abel's offering because it came from a heart of trust and gratitude. But Cain's offering was different. Something in his heart wasn't right. His gift lacked sincerity, and God saw it. When Cain realized that God accepted Abel's offering and not his, anger filled him. He felt jealous. He felt overlooked. He felt hurt. Instead of looking inside himself and asking how he could grow, he allowed bitterness to take root. His expression changed. His heart grew darker. God, seeing the struggle inside Cain, spoke to him gently. "Why are you angry? If you do what is right, won't you be accepted? But if you don't, sin is waiting at your door. It wants to control you, but you must master it." God wasn't rejecting Cain. He was warning him, trying to guide him back to the right path. But Cain didn't listen. Instead, he invited Abel into the field. Abel, trusting his brother, went with him. And in a moment of anger and jealousy, Cain rose up against his brother and killed him. In that single moment, the world witnessed the first act of violence, the first life taken by human hands, a heartbreaking moment that showed how far the human heart can fall when anger is left unchecked. Later, God came to Cain and asked, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain replied, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God already knew what had happened. He heard the cry of Abel's blood from the ground, and even in Cain's denial, God's voice was steady and sorrowful. Because of what Cain had done, he faced consequences. The ground he had worked so hard on would no longer yield its strength. He would become a wanderer, moving from place to place. Cain feared the punishment, worried that someone would harm him. But even then, God showed mercy. He placed a mark of protection on Cain so no one would kill him. Even in judgment, God's heart remained compassionate. The story of Cain and Abel is a story about the power of the heart. It reminds us that jealousy can twist into anger, anger can twist into bitterness, and bitterness, if ignored, can lead to choices we never imagined making. It teaches us that what we offer to God and to others should come from sincerity, humility, and a place of honesty. But most of all, it teaches us that even when we fail, even when we fall into darkness, God still calls out to us. He still offers guidance. He still offers mercy. We are responsible for our choices and responsible for how we treat one another. Because yes, we are our brother's keeper. In the end, the story of Cain and Abel invites us to guard our hearts, to choose love over jealousy, and to listen when God warns us. Our choices shape our future, and the way we treat others reveals the truth inside us.
Subscribe for more Bible